A boastful sachet seller instantly recognized that bag, claiming it looked exactly like the one he sold not long ago. He remembered the buyer was a gloomy dude, so he spilled his suspicion to his wife. He thought about calling the cops, but his wife shut that down because any drama could tank their business. Plus, who wants to be harassed by the cops? The boss decided to skip reporting. After all, they weren't the only ones selling that stuff. Meanwhile, a pizza delivery guy stumbled upon the news online, and he became suspicious. He observed an odd pattern. Every 10 days, a fatal incident would befall someone. Oddly enough, one of his pizza customers ordered every 10 days. The latest victim was a girl named Sachet, and since her tragic exit, her mom was seeing her ghost stroll in at 7 p.m. every night. But this ghost was all drippy and seemed to be on a mission, showing up like clockwork for 7 straight nights. Mom watched her daughter's spirit slip into her room each time, but she was too chicken to say anything. You'd think her mom wouldn't be scared of her kid, but she was actually Sachet's stepmom, as she was supposed to pick her up that day. But oops. She got distracted picking something up and crashed into a parked car. So, she told Sachet to go home alone, leading to her tragic death. This became her mental curse, making her question if it was just her imagination or if her daughter truly returned. Meanwhile, the area's security guard, Old Lie, got a grumpy complaint about stinky trash cans. To pinpoint the source, he rummaged through the trash and found one especially pungent bag. The take-up address within directly led straight to the serial killer. When Old Lie confronted the dude, he just scoffed, denying it was his mess. Finally, Old Lie had enough and decided to pressure him, making the man go pale. When he opened the bag, there was Sachet's clothes, and he finally realized something was off. But it was already too late, for Old Lie had unleashed his fury as he unlocked it in a rage. Yunjin stumbled back to the complex, only to find a pool of red liquid in the hallway. Heart attack alert. It was just some dude pouring red wine everywhere to cover up the blood. Unaware of the truth, Yunjin believed it was merely a false alarm and carried on without giving it much thought. But the delivery guy noticed something odd. The customer's order came too soon this time. He squinted at the order, but nothing seemed off at all, so he thought maybe he was overthinking. Meanwhile, the killer was ready to feast on his latest prey, unaware a certain delivery guy brought pizza right to him. Security guard Old Q stepped in to cover Old Lie, and the female manager had some chores for him. She told him there were several tenants with over-the-top water bills that needed investigating. Old Q nervously accepted, and while the killer was disposing of a body, there was a loud knock at the door. It turned out to be Old Q calling about the bills. His phone bounced into the suitcase. The killer opened the door to find the female manager, rushing to say they needed cameras due to murders. The cameras needed tenant approval, so she casually pushed her way inside to chat. To avoid suspicion, the killer let her in, and she started discussing a resident meeting she hoped he would attend. The killer told her he was going to move out soon and wasn't interested in attending any meetings. The female manager observed the emptiness of his home and was further convinced that he was indeed moving out, but when she noticed that the lights were still on, she decided to personally flip the switch off. Feeling righteous, she scolded him for wasting electricity and questioned why he had the light on during the day instead of opening the curtains. She headed over to open the curtains, and the killer, tired of her nagging, finally lost it. Seeing her pull out her tool directly from the suitcase, she was ready to begin striking. But as he approached, she suddenly exclaimed, "This? I got it from overseas. If you'd like, I can send you one." Just like that, the manager dodged the bullet thanks to her unintentional wit. Meanwhile, a girl named Sachet was actively promoting the upcoming class monitor meeting. She looked just like the deceased Sachet, but she was actually the manager's daughter. This was her first time in the complex, and she startled Yunjin, who thought it was the ghost of Sachet. Luckily, after a quick touch and checking her school uniform, Yunjin realized this girl wasn't her daughter. Sachet guided Yunjin upstairs but scared the living daylights out of the killer, who thought he had wiped her out. Seeing her emerge, the man hid in a panic like a deer caught in headlights. After escorting Yunjin, Sachet quietly slipped away, but Yunjin noticed something was that guy downstairs peeking out. She realized the man had a weird look while watching Sachet leave.